right, good evening and welcome now to Cape Central High School. I'm Frankie Castile, and we are live tonight on Facebook and on YouTube. And we are gearing up now for an exciting game coming up between Poplar Bluff and the Cape Central Tigers. And here in just a few moments, we're going to get to the varsity game. Right now, it is a 47-42 ball game right now, and we are looking at Cape Central. They have taken the lead right now by 5 points. A very good JV game is underway. Cape Central committing their 6th team foul, which is going to put Poplar Bluff now in the bonus. By the way, each team, or I should say Bluff, commits their 6th team foul. Cape Central is in the bonus. So for Cape Central, they've only got just one team foul here in this second half, and they lead 47-42. Poplar Bluff has had an uphill battle all game as they have trailed the majority of this ball game, and we're going to run the we're going to show you the JV game, the rest of the JV game that is. So Cape Central now as we get set. This is, by the way, homecoming night for the Cape Central Tigers. Under 30 seconds now here in the third quarter. Mules, Dallas Williams doing a phenomenal job. But by the way, coming up tomorrow night, we're going to be live in McCracken County, Kentucky. Mules are going to take on McCracken County, the Mustangs, in a Mules doubleheader, back-to-back games. And the Mules going to be called for another foul, and that'll be 7 team fouls now for the Mules. 7-1 is in favor of the Tigers of Cape Central. They've only got one team foul. They do lead by 5 points. We still have a whole nother quarter remaining of the JV, and another miss there by Cape Central still makes it a 5-point ball game. 8.7 seconds is all that remains. There's a free throw is up and good, and just like that, it is back to a 6-point game again. The Mules have about 5 seconds here. Dallas Williams trying to drive near the paint. Jackson Moore from behind the arc. It's going to be partially blocked, and we're going to go to the fourth quarter now. It is a 6-point game as Poplar Bluff trails 48-42. 7 minutes to go here in the ball game. By the way, each JV team with 5 timeouts remaining. They've got us right next to the band here tonight, Tim. You and I are going to be hearing some music all night long as we get set now for a good matchup tonight. By the way, the Mules coming in 6-9 overall. When the Mules took on Kennett this past Tuesday night, it got snowed out. We played officially one quarter. It was in the books. And then after that, the game got called because of snow, and it's going to get made up on February the 8th, a Wednesday, February 8th. That's going to be when that game gets made up. So we have a lot of stuff to talk about here over the next several hours, and we're going to do that tonight as we get set for Mules basketball. Right now, you're watching the JV game. We'll show you the rest of the JV game in its entirety. We've got the scoreboard on the score below us. You'll be able to see that live. We are not on the radio yet. We'll wait until we get closer to the end of this game before we go live on the radio. In the meantime, we'll let you watch the remainder of this JV game between Poplar Bluff and between the Cape Central Tigers. It is a 6-point ball game right now. By the way, the Mules will have the next possession arrow since Cape Central got the ball to begin the quarter. Mules are down by 6. 6:37 to go here in the fourth quarter. Remember, the Mules right now already with 7 team fouls, and there is team foul number 8. Another foul going to be called. 8-1 right now in favor of Cape Central. Jay Edmondson going to check back in for Poplar Bluff. Let me go over to Facebook here. There we go. Remember to share this video here tonight. We're going to give away some brand new KWOC Poplar Bluff Mules hoodies during the broadcast. First free throw is up, and it is good. It's a two-shot foul. He was in the act, so he didn't make the first one. 49-42. It's back to a 7-point game again. Mules cut this down a little bit earlier in the second half, and now it's down by 7 again. Second one is up, and this one rims in. It is now 40, or make that 50-42. So John Scott just sent me a text. Oh, Jay Edmondson, he goes coast to coast. Nobody blocks out. What a big shot that was by that young man. It is now back to a 6-point game again, 50-44. Mules collapsing on defense. Thankfully, they missed the first shot, but the offensive rebound is able to put it back up and score. I was going to say John Scott is not going to be with us here tonight. He is over in the Springfield area. He is watching his daughter at swim, so we wish them all the best, by the way. He just sent me a video of what's going on over there in swim, and there's a lot of teams over there. And another 52-44 the score. It's still an 8-point lead, or make that it's a 10-point game as Cape Central just adds 2 more points. So 5:50 remains. So let's go ahead real quick and tell you about the upcoming schedule that Tim and I have. We've got several ball games coming up for Poplar Bluff, starting tonight here in Cape Central, and then coming up tomorrow. We're not going to be able to stream the game live in McCracken County. We did not get the authorization that we needed to make that happen. They've got a media class over there for the high school, so they are going to be doing the video stream, but we'll have it on the radio. Monday, it is Poplar Bluff Lady Mules. It is senior night for the Lady Mules against New Madrid. We're going to be there. Tim and I, Jay Edmondson, a big 3-point basket, makes it a 7-point game again, 54-47. I was going to say that there's a turnover by Cape Central. So the Mules are starting to inch back in this game a little bit, still down by 7. Now in just a few moments, we're going to bring in the radio audience. So you'll hear the mic drop out for just a moment. That's just because we're going to welcome in the radio listenership to the broadcast. We're going to do that here in about maybe 2 or 3 minutes. But Monday night, we're going to have a home game, senior night, Lady Mules against the Lady Eagles out of New Madrid. Tuesday, Tim and I will head down to New Madrid, assuming that we get no winter weather. If we don't get any winter weather, then we're going to go to New Madrid on Tuesday, Tim and I. And, you know, New Madrid is a special place for me just because that's where, I'm not sure if even Tim remembers this, but 2 years ago, this is 2 years in the making, almost to the day, that's where Tim and I began our streaming careers in basketball, was when we went to New Madrid, and I'm sure Tim remembers this very well. We fell on our faces that night. I'll never forget it. And it all started with Tim had a flat tire on B Highway back in Poplar Bluff, and I should have known right then it was going to be a bad night. We go to New Madrid, and the video from top to bottom, it was choppy. It didn't look good at all. There wasn't even a moment where you can say that was good video, but we learned from it, and 2 years later, here we are. We've got a scoreboard now. We do everything, just him and I for the most part. We had some issues on Tuesday night, but there was a lot of reasons why we had those issues. We had snow. We had all kinds of just internet problems all the way around, but Tim and I worked through it, or Tim did a great job getting it all put together for us. And now here we are. It's a great thing. Technology can be a great thing, and then it can be a bad thing. Cape Central right now on the free throw line, and it's still a 9-point game again. 56-47 coming up on the midway point. By the way, this is homecoming night for Cape Central. So that means we'll have an extended pregame, it looks like, between the two games. We wanted to go on a little bit early just so that way you can see a little bit of the JV game, as Cape Central now extends this game to an 11-point ball game. So Poplar Bluff's got 4 timeouts left. Cape Central, they've got 3 timeouts left. Timeout was just called by Poplar Bluff. So with that being said, here's what we're going to do. You're going to hear the audio go silent for just a few moments. We're going to welcome in our radio broadcast. We're going to do that coming up in about 25 seconds. We're at commercial break right now on the radio side. As soon as this commercial is done, we're going to welcome in our radio folks. You can hear the band now in the background, so it's not too bad. I can deal with that band tonight, not a big deal. All right, so the mic is going to go silent. You're going to hear me come back on in about 1 minute with our radio broadcast. Welcome in now to Cape Central High School. I'm Frankie Castile alongside with Tim Hicks, and right now we are watching the Mules and the Cape Central Tigers. It is a 58-49 ball game right now. We are in the JV side of things as Jay Edmondson drives and scores, and he'll be fouled in the process, trying to bring this back to an 8-point game with 3:01 to go here in the ball game. And the free throw is no good, so it's still going to be a 58-49 ball game. So here tonight, Poplar Bluff will have an opportunity here to do something nobody has done all season, and that is on the varsity side, knock off the perfect 18-0 as the Mules. Edmondson yet again knocks down a 3-point basket, has brought it down to 6 points, and the Mules got caught napping on that one as Cape Central able to go coast to coast and score 2 more points. It is back to an 8-point ball game yet again. So tonight the Mules will take on the Tigers of Cape Central, and once we said this a moment ago, Cape Central is a perfect 8-0 right now, as we get a timeout called by Poplar Bluff, 60-54. This one is going to be a full timeout for the Mules, and that's going to give them 2 timeouts left. Cape Central, they've got 3. The Mules have just 2. So tonight, as Cape Central, undefeated so far, 18-0, taking on the Mules that are 6-9. By the way, coming up tonight during our broadcast, we're going to give away our brand new KWOC Mules basketball hoodies. I've got maroon and I've got gray or silver. We're going to give away a couple of those coming up during the broadcast. All you've got to do, I've got long sleeves too, long sleeves and hoodies. All you've got to do is share the broadcast to be eligible to win, and we're going to pick a few winners during our broadcast here tonight. So tonight we are live in Cape Girardeau, and it looks like everything is going according to plan. Everything, Tim, is coming in nice and clear. We're good to go, at least for now. 2:12 remaining here in the ball game. Mules are down by 2 possessions, a 6-point ball game. It is 7:02 here tonight on a Friday night. This is the first of 2 games this weekend. One tonight and then we'll be on the road coming up tomorrow. We'll be over in McCracken County, Kentucky. That is right near Paducah. Turnover on Cape Central, double dribble. It's going to go right back to Poplar Bluff coming up on the 2-minute mark, 2:06. And the Mules will have it. Pretty good crowd here tonight for Cape Central. It is, of course, it is homecoming night, and we're expecting a big crowd on hand as Cape Central, they are ranked, they are undefeated. They've got everything they need to get a crowd involved in a game. Mules, once again, three-point basket is money. Mules have just cut it down to a one-possession game on the three ball. And we're going to get a whistle and a foul coming up. Boy, the Mules, the last couple of possessions, they have done great work when it comes to the three ball. Mules have had great contributions from Jay Edmondson and Cameron Settle, who just knocked down a three-point basket a moment ago. So the Mules at one point were down by more than double digits, and now they were able to claw back into the game. First free throw was no good, and that's going to keep the Mules in this ball game. Free throw was no good by Jathan Spain, who wears number 22 on the JV side of things. Misses the first free throw. Here comes free throw number 2 with about $1:38 to play. Missed them both. Settle on the rebound. So now the Mules can either cut it down to one or tie. And Settle, he was driving toward the lane. No foul is called. It's going to go off of the foot of Cameron Settle, and it's going to belong right back to Cape Central. Coach Aaron Duncan has done a phenomenal job at getting this team back in the ball game, and we're going to get a whistle and another foul. We're already in a team foul 10 now. It is double bonus the rest of the way. And we'll see who they call that foul on. It's going to be on Bryson Paulkner, or Paulkner number 2. It'll be his third personal foul. So once again, going back to the free throw line is Cape Central. They have missed 3 in a row. That one is on Sawyer Couch. He misses the free throw, so it's still a 3-point ball game. So at best, Cape Central can go up just by 4 points. So 61-57 now. It is a 4-point ball game. The Tigers now lead by a 2-possession game. Edmondson with it, and he gets a little bit of some space there. The shot is up and no good. And Cape Central doing a phenomenal job on the rebound. They're trying to extend the game a little bit, up by 4 points. Mules right now, and a foul is going to be called again. A lot of fouls in this game. If you look at the bottom of your screen, if you're watching us on social media, 10-2. Actually, it's a lot more than 10-2. Another foul called on Poplar Bluff. That one is going to be called again on Bryson Paulkner. It's his 4th. Free throw is up, and this one is good by the Tigers of Cape Central. At the free throw line for Cape Central, second one is also up, and it is good. So just like that, it is back to a 6-point game again. Joshua Knight tuning in on Facebook. Wild shot taken there by the Mules, and we've got another foul, believe it or not. This one's going to be on Blaze Rowland, wears number 10 for the JV Mules. He picks up his 4th foul also. A lot of fouls already here tonight, Tim, in the JV game. We're just happy that we are live on Facebook and on YouTube. Make sure and let us know where you're watching from here tonight. Free throw is up and good. Make sure and share the video feed also. We're going to give away some of our KWOC hoodies or long sleeves tonight, as we're expecting winter weather next week. It's going to be cold, so it's a great time for long sleeves and hoodies. Mules now 35 seconds, 64-57. I know Grandma Jackie is tuning in back in Bluff here tonight. Mules are going to be fouled, and that's only going to be for the Tigers of Cape Central, only their third team foul here in the ball game. And that's going to put the Mules on the free throw line to shoot a couple of free throws. And, man, the Mules right now can use every free throw possible. Micah Inskow is going to take the first free throw. It's no good. Cameron Settle going to come back in the ball game now. So right now the Mules cannot afford to miss the free throws. 29.1 seconds, all that remains here in the ball game. Missed them both. But the Mules did get the rebound. Settle goes up a little bit too strong. And Cape Central gets the rebound. And they're going to throw it away. But a foul's going to be called before. That might be on Dallas Williams. Believe it's going to be on Williams. And that'll be... Coach Duncan is not happy with the call. Looks like Jay Edmondson may have took a shot to the face also. It's going to be his third personal foul. So we're going to get a timeout here called. So what we're going to do is we'll take a timeout with them on the radio. We'll be back in 30 seconds. It is a 19.8 seconds left, 64-57 on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network. All right, so we are back. Tim Simpson is tuning in from Jacksonville, Florida. He is coming to town next week if there's snow. We don't get any of that good stuff down there, he says. Well, Tim, let me tell you, you can have all the snow you want. I'm already tired of it. It took me about an hour to get out of the parking lot on Tuesday. It took Tim, I want to say it was about an hour for him as well. It snowed just a little bit back in Bluff on Tuesday night, just enough to where everything got messed up. And when I say it got messed up, it was really slick going up the hill out of the high school parking lot. And we've been watching, or I've been watching the all the weather forecast for the last couple of days. My son, those of you, I talk about him all the time. He is a complete weather nut. That's all there is to it. That's how you describe him. And he's been watching it as well, and he keeps telling me what he thinks may happen, what may not happen. And he keeps telling me that we could get sleet, maybe some freezing rain starting on Monday night, periods, a couple of periods between Monday night through Wednesday. He does tell me we're not expecting like major accumulation, which is good news. We have a lot of basketball, Tim and I do, coming up, so we don't really need that frozen precipitation. But we're going to watch it. I know he's going to be watching it. Kind of surprised he hasn't really texted me yet and said, no, Dad, here's what I said. I know he's watching tonight somewhere. He doesn't have Facebook. I don't give him permission to have Facebook yet. I think he's still a little bit too young for Facebook, even though he knows more about YouTube than I'll ever know about it. 10 seconds left here in the ball game. Bluff down by 6 points. Coming up, we've got the varsity side of things on the way. We're going to hear a lot of music here tonight where we are. It is now a 66-59 ball game. Dallas Williams, he is going to push it inside, and the shot is no good, and they're going to try to let it play, but they're going to foul with, they're going to say jump ball with 0.9 seconds left. It doesn't matter, as the Cape Central Tigers are going to wind up, and they're going to get the win. But, man, credit Poplar Bluff. They did a phenomenal job staying with them all through this game. Jay Edmondson takes the last three, and that's going to be the game. 66-59 is the score. And what we're going to do real quick is we're going to go ahead. We're going to clear the score on the scoreboard here, so that way we can get ready for the varsity. 66-59. was the score. There we go. So all that's been clear now. And coming up, we're going to have Coach Will Durden. He walks off with the team, and we're going to have an extended pregame rather. It is homecoming night, so they're going to be doing everything. Hey, you're welcome, Kenneth. I'm glad you were able to watch a little bit of the JV feed. That's our goal from now on. Tim and I talked about this, and you know what? We're going to be in the gym, and we're going to try to get everything set up, and we're going to try to do this every game, at least get you maybe the part of the second half, all the fourth quarter, and some of the third quarter. That way, folks who have kids or any kind of siblings on the JV team, we want to give them some love as well. So thank you again for watching, Kenneth, and texting me to make sure that we were set up and ready to go. All right, so what we're going to do, it is homecoming night for Cape Central. On the radio side, we're going to go to a quick timeout. We're going to come back, and in just a few moments, I believe that we're going to have live on the program, we will have Coach Will Durden of the Mules coming up as we continue live for Mules basketball. You're watching and listening to live Mules basketball on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Breathe easier and extend the life of your HVAC system, plus fewer repair bills with Air Solutions Comprehensive Maintenance Plan. You'll save money and get the peace of mind that only comes from calling Air Solutions, 785-1500.
Want a career and not just another job? It's waiting for you at Briggs & Stratton. Great pay, great benefits, and continuing education. Everything you and your family deserve. Go to careers.basco.com and look at Poplar Bluff job openings.
Christian Automotive and Tire. Quality name brand tires that you know and trust. They also have ASE certified mechanics that have the training, tools, and knowledge to fix your vehicle right the first time. Business 67 South in Poplar Bluff.
So we're still here with you. We're just taking a commercial break right now on the radio side of things and letting Coach Durden kind of get things ready. They are doing homecoming right now here at the Cape Central High School. You know, I'm looking down at the student section here tonight for Cape Central, and it doesn't look as full as what it normally might be on a Friday night. I'm not sure if it's because there's other stuff going on in Cape, in the Cape area, or I don't know, but maybe that might play into the role of Poplar Bluff. That may actually play to their advantage. We'll see what happens. Not saying that it will, not saying that it won't. I'm just saying that it's a firm possibility. By the way, coming up tomorrow, we will be at McCracken County, Kentucky. And for those of you watching right now on social media, we will not have that game live streamed. Not because of anything that we have done. The AD at McCracken County, they've got a media class down there, so they're going to go ahead and take care of all the video streaming. I completely understand. So that's the only reason why we will not have that game on live stream. But I will tell you next week, weather permitting, obviously, we're going to have the game on Monday for you. That is senior night for the Lady Mules. We'll have that game on video. And then Tuesday, we're going to be live in New Madrid. We'll have that game for you as well. And then next Friday, a week from tonight, we are back in Bluff. And the Mules are going to take on, guess who, Tim? The Sykeston Bulldogs. And we'll be there for that game. We'll have that one streamed on video as well. So they are about to announce the homecoming. The homecoming here, and then we'll have Coach Will Durden. I believe he'll join us at some point during the pregame. I do see the Mules basketball team coming out now. Haven't seen Coach Will Durden just yet. Going to take our final minute timeout here before we come back to the radio side of things. So homecoming, it looks like, is about to wrap up. I've already seen some of the Mules team. Well, now the Mules team is going back toward the locker room area. So we saw them for a moment. They're going to walk out. Charles Red is tuning in. Appreciate you, Charles, for tuning in. All right, so you're going to hear the mic go silent for just a moment, and we're going to join the radio broadcast. All right, so we are back here live on 93.3 FM at 9:30 a.m. KWOC, and we are streaming live on Facebook and on YouTube. And here come some of the Cape Central basketball team. We've got Cameron Williams down there. He'll be a force to be reckoned with tonight. We'll talk about him a lot coming up. Also, Clayton McClard. Those two guys are seniors. So I'm not sure what exactly is going on, but some of the Tigers basketball team is out, and also some. Oh, I see what they're doing. They're going to be honoring Coach Drew Church. We'll get that on camera, Tim. They're honoring Coach Drew Church here recently. He has won career 300th basketball game that took place earlier this season. And you know what? He deserves a standing ovation. That is a hard feat to do. His career record, by the way, we'll discuss this coming up in just a few moments too. 304 to 201. That's impressive. This is his 17th season as the head basketball coach here at Cape Central High School. Cape Central is a big-time rival, but man, when a coach like that does what he has done, that's a great mark. He takes basketball very serious. He takes his teams very serious. 300 career wins, and he's still growing strong. And I believe he just wiped a tear out of his eye, too. He's a good guy. Him and his dad coach together, Mike Church. So once again, congratulations to Coach Drew Church on career 300 wins so far in his career. That's awesome. Glad we can get that on camera. Lee Wallace is tuning in. He says, let's go Mules. He is tuning in, I believe, from Evansville, Indiana. Glad to have him alongside. So now all the teams are walking off the floor, so that tells me I believe anyway, we're going to be getting ready for the pregame. The lights are starting to dim. It seems like everywhere we go now, Tim, the lights dim. Normally they dim during the pregame announcements. We may want to get this on camera, Tim. I don't know, this is going to be pretty exciting. Lights are coming out, and we're going to be quiet, and I've got a feeling that this will be something. Listen to the student section erupt. So we're about ready. Here comes the Tigers now. Well, I tell you what, the Tigers coming in 18-0. You better believe it, the Mules are going to have their work cut out for them. This is not going to be an easy game. This quite simply might be the best team that we've seen all year. They are fast, they are very physical, and they play very good at team ball, coming in averaging 72 points a ball game. But here's the kicker. They're only giving up 46 points a ball game, and that's it. That's incredible. Yolanda Clark is tuning in, and glad to have her alongside all the way from Overland Park, Kansas. All right, Yolanda, how much snow did you guys get on Tuesday and Wednesday? We got in Bluff about 4.5, 5 inches. It all depends on, though, where you measured. If you measured south side of Bluff, maybe about an inch or two. Where the station is in Poplar Bluff, about 4.5. Out north of town, around 6 or 7. Ron Withrow was tuning in. Glad you're with us, Ron. I know you're probably right now in the recliner with a big old Snickers bar getting ready for Mules basketball. Now the Mules are coming out to warm up as well. We've got our starting lineups coming up here tonight. We'll get you to those in just a few moments, and I don't think it's going to be a surprise really on either team. I think I've done my homework enough to where I'm pretty sure that I've got the starting lineups nailed down on both sides. We will see. I don't think we're going to get to Coach Will Durden. He may not be coming up. I haven't even seen him walk out on the floor. So with that being said, what we'll do is I see Coach Duncan and Coach Dom Hardiman. I see those two guys, and I still don't see Coach Will Durden. So we'll go to a quick timeout. We'll come back, and we'll get you to who we believe are going to be the starting lineups. We've got about 14 minutes here left before tip-off. It is the Mules and the Tigers. We are live here at Cape Central High School. You're listening and watching Mules basketball on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Eye Care Specialists is committed to the protection and the preservation of the precious gift of sight. Nothing is more important than your eyesight. That's the way the doctors of Eye Care Specialists see it.
Protecting your toys are just as important as protecting your daily driver. First Choice Insurance can help find the coverage for your ATVs, boats, and campers that will give you peace of mind and not break your bank. So don't forget to allow First Choice Insurance to review your insurance needs today.
All right, so we are back. I stand corrected. Coach Will Durden was behind me the whole time. Sorry about that, Coach. You snuck up on me. Tonight, you've got Cape Central. They're coming in 18-0. But before we get to any of that, I know you and Coach Drew Church, very good friends. How fitting was that, winning 300 career ball games? That's impressive no matter who you are.
Yeah, he's done a great job here. I mean, he's had some down years with talent-wise, and they still find a way to win 18, 20 games. He's a good coach and a good guy, and he's had some good teams.
John Scott just told me on the video chat, we're live on YouTube and Facebook. He says congratulations to Drew Church, but he thinks our Mules are going to give him another loss to his record. What do you think about that?
I hope he's right. We're up for it's going to be a tough game, but I think our guys are, I can say we're battle tested. We played some good competition this year, and that's not going to be anything different or a shock to us. We got to come out and play tough and play our game.
Obviously, at Cape Central, looking at them, they've got a guy, 33, Cameron Williams, a 6'8 senior, going somewhere to play Division I basketball following high school. How do you defend him? It seems like he has been a thorn in our backside all 10 years you've been here.
I feel like he's been in high school for a long time. He wants to play. He's like face up and shoot, and he does that well. But man, when he gets on the block, he's a load. So, I think we can live with them shooting long jump shots, and as long as we can keep him off the block. But he's a good player. He's physical and strong, and he's like skilled. So he's going to be a load. But they got a couple other dudes too. So it's going to be a good game.
Obviously, you're talking about Marquell Murray, a 6'2 freshman. This kid didn't even start the beginning of the season, but he's come along, and he played really good against Jackson. They're going to have him and Maurice Boyd up top. For the Mules offense, obviously we can't turn the ball over. I thought against Kennett in that first quarter, the only quarter we played very well.
I thought we did. We got some things going, and it helps a lot when we score early. Our defense will turn up a little bit. Against Cape, traditionally, the games have been really low scoring because, like I said, Church does a good job with these guys. This is a kind of a different group, and they like to get up and down a little bit. But, we can limit the live ball turnovers. I think we'll be okay.
Two more questions. I'm sure that your team has no idea they're ranked number 2 in Class 5, but coming over here on homecoming, Are they at all nervous at all, or are they ready to go? Are they pumped up and ready to go?
Like I said, I mean, we faced some of the best here in our state and some of the surrounding states. We played some talented teams throughout this year, so I didn't know what they were ranked until we got over here. But I hope they're I hope our guys are ready. Like I said, we played some good competition this year, and I think we're ready for this moment.
All right, so to beat Cape Central and to shock Southeast Missouri here on their floor, homecoming, in your mind, what's it going to come down to?
We're going to have to play harder than they do. I mean, I think we're going to have to turn up defensively and just be solid, and we're going to have to keep them off the boards.
Coach, best of luck to you. Go get them. We'll see you guys afterwards.
All right, thanks.
Coach Will Durden joining us live here on the pregame, presented by First Midwest Bank. Always love having him on, and thanks a lot, Tim. I had no idea he was behind me the whole time. I go to commercial break, and he's like, hey, I'm right here. My bad. Hey, John Scott, he's watching us right now as he's over in Springfield. His daughter's swim team for the high school is over there competing, and I'm assuming he's going to keep us up to date on what's going on with the swim meets as well. All right, so we're about 9 minutes now until we tip it off. Let's go ahead now and get to our starting lineups. We're going to begin with the home team here tonight. They are the Tigers out of Cape Central. They are ranked number 2 in Class 5. Ranked number 1 is Cardinal Ritter. They are ranked number 2. They are coming in 18-game winning streak, and they are 4-0, by the way, in the conference. So far this season in the conference, they have beaten Dexter. They've beaten Notre Dame. They have beaten New Madrid and Jackson. Oh, by the way, they also won the SEMO Conference Tournament back in December. They are averaging 72 points a ball game. Incredible. Defensively, only giving up 46 points. That's how it's done. Cape Central once again being coached by Drew Church. 17th season with the Tigers with a record of 304 to 201. A winning percentage of .602. The assistant coaches are Quinn Pointhress. Remember that name. He played for Jackson several years ago. Also, Jeff Beck and his dad, Mike Church. Off the bench for the Tigers, we believe it's going to be number 3, Tyson Williams, a 6'1" junior. Number 5, Clayton McClard, a 5'8" senior. And number 10, Tyshandre Edwards, a 6'5" freshman. The starting 5 looking like this. We believe 1 freshman, 2 juniors, and 2 seniors. Number 1, Maurice Boyd, a 6'3" senior. Number 4, Marquell Murray, a 6'2" freshman. Number 12, Jaden Reynolds, a 6'4" junior. Number 22, LaTroy McIntosh. He is a 6'6" junior. And number 33, Cameron Williams. He is a 6'8" senior. Those are the starting lineups for the Tigers out of Cape Central. And now let's take a look at what we believe are going to be the starting 5 for your Poplar Bluff Mules. The Mules, by the way, are coming in this season with a record of 6-9. We are 0-1 so far in the conference. Our only loss came to Jackson, and that game was back on January the 18th. The Mules, by the way, they have come in losing 5 in a row. We'll see if they can end that streak here tonight. Offensively, they are scoring 63 points a ball game, giving up 66. And of course, the last time that we won districts was back in 2020 and 2021. We're being coached by Will Durden. He is in his 11th season as the head coach with a record of 162 to 109, winning percentage of .598. The assistant coaches for the Mules are Aaron Duncan and Dominique Hardiman. Off the bench for the Mules, number 1, Isaiah Neville, a 6'1" junior. Number 14, David Durbin, a 6'2" senior. And number 24, Marlon Hitman-Roberson. He is a 6' junior. Starting 5 looking like this. We believe it's going to be 1 sophomore, 2 juniors, and 2 seniors. Number 2, Darius Graham, a 6' junior. Number 3, Gavin Rivers, a 6'4" senior. Number 10, Torrance Williams, a 6'5" junior. Number 30, Brendan Durden, a 6' sophomore. And number 33, Jack Scott, He is a 6'6" senior. Those are who we believe are going to be the starting 5 here tonight. All right, we are coming up on the 5-minute mark. We'll take our final break in the pregame. Coming up next, we've got the national anthem, the official lineups, and tip-off is coming up here in just a moment. But first, we want to say welcome alongside to Keith Porter. He is watching from Independence, Kansas. Travis Gowan tuning in. Also Jessica King. And let's see here, Jamie Maple Lewis. The Lewis family is watching from Branson, Missouri. We love the Durden family. Let's go, Brendan. You betcha. And Michelle White tuning in as well. She says, play your game at number 1, talking about Isaiah. All right, keep your comments coming in. Make sure and share the video. Also, Randy Moore tuning in out in Brosley. Him and Tammy. And they say, go Mules and go Preston. Keep your comments coming in. Share the video. We're going to come back in about 2 minutes. You're listening and watching Mules basketball on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Kevin's Auto and Tire is a family-owned one-stop shop for fast, friendly, and affordable automotive services with the latest tools and technology as well as their time-tested automotive knowledge. They're guaranteed to get your vehicle fixed without breaking the bank.
Larry Hillis is a proud sponsor of Mule Sports. Local sports, local fans, and local business. A winning combination.
Patriot Auto Glass offers chip repair or glass replacement. They provide fast quality service done by experienced technicians. Ask about our veteran and first responder discounts. Call Patriot Auto Glass today at 573-840-5027. And remember, Patriot Auto Glass will come to you.
Scott Law Firm is experienced in estate planning and the preparation of documents like wills and trusts. Let the Scott Law Firm help you protect your family and pass along your estate according to your terms. Call Scott Law Firm today at 785-4688. Southeast Signs and Graphics of Poplar Bluff can handle all of your printing needs, from t-shirts, wall displays, banners, and so much more. Call their team at 573-772-5566 or get to southeastsignsandgraphics.com.
All right, so welcome back as we get set for Poplar Bluff Mules basketball. Cape Central wearing their home white jerseys with the orange trim and the orange numbering. Poplar Bluff wearing their maroon jerseys with the white trim and the white numbering. We're about to go courtside. We'll let Tim take care of that on the video. We're going to have the presentation of the colors, and we will have our national anthem. And we will bring that to you live right here. John Scott, he is watching our broadcast. He says, it looks and sounds amazing. Wish I was there. He says, in quotation marks, I could not agree more. Undefeated season begins right now. We're going to go down courtside for the playing of our national anthem, and then we'll come back and we will have our starting lineups. They are doing the junior ROTC here in Cape Central High School. Let's go down courtside for our national anthem. Got to tell you, it is something to see when you're doing the national anthem and you see everybody with their hands over their hearts. That is an amazing sight to see. So there you go. There is our national anthem, and coming up, we're going to have the official starting lineups here tonight. Nicole Marie is checking in. She is in Memphis. She says, "Let's go, Gavin." Darius Graham gets the first introduction. Here comes Gavin Rivers, Nicole. Also, Torrance Williams getting the start tonight. Wears number 10. There's Brendan Durden. And Jack Scott, number 33, is getting the start tonight as well. On the other end, we're going to have the Tigers out of Cape Central. The lights are going to dim again, Tim. And we'll go down courtside for the starting lineups for the Tigers out of Cape Central. They're going to play the introduction video on the board here. And then we will have the official lineups here tonight. Make sure, share the video, and somebody is going to win these awesome brand new KWOC Mules basketball long sleeves or hoodies. I've got maroon, I've got silver. All you got to do is share the video, and we're going to pick some winners throughout the night. All right, so here we go. Starting lineups here for the Tigers. Here is Maurice Boyd, a 6'3" senior. Also number 4, Marquell Murray, a 6'2" freshman. Number 12, Jaden Reynolds, a 6'4" junior. 22, LaTroy McIntosh, a 6'6" junior. And the big man, 33, Cameron Williams. He is a 6'8" senior. So there you go. Starting lineups. We were a 10 for 10 on the night. Take that, John Scott. You don't show up and I get all 10 of them right. That's usually his job. All right, it'll be in the middle. LaTroy McIntosh, Torrance Williams, Tim Hicks on the camera. I'm Frankie Castile. Here we go. Mules basketball is underway. It'll be controlled by the Tigers of Cape Central. They are going right to left on your radio dial and your TV screen. Murray gets it to Boyd. As you heard Coach Will Durden say, traditionally these two teams, very low-scoring game. We'll see how it shakes out tonight. Williams, though, gets the first bucket of the ball game. He goes up and scores. It is a 2-0 ball game right now by the Tigers of Cape Central. And that's one guy that we're going to have to keep out of the paint, and that is Cameron Williams. Brendan Durden now is going to bring it down the floor. McIntosh, by the way, gets the assist a moment ago. It is 2-0 in favor of the Tigers. Darius Graham inside near the elbow. His shot going to be a little bit short. Good job by Jack Scott. He takes it up. It's no good. So Mules missing 2 shots. Gavin Rivers got a big rebound, and now we're going to get a blocking foul coming up. I believe that one's going to be on Maurice Boyd, and that'll be his first, team foul number 1. So 1 foul already by Cape Central. Gavin Rivers, he's going to drive, going, oh, good block by Cameron Williams. And it's a block, and here we go the other way. It's going to go out of bounds, and last touch by the Tigers, and there's a quick turnover, and the Mules will get it right back. Mules basketball presented by First Midwest Bank, Kevin's Auto Repair, PB Realty, Legacy Farm and Land Specialist, and Whitworth Gift Chest Jewelers. Durden gets a fast break. It's no good. But once again, another big rebound by Gavin Rivers. Durden for 3 this time. It's no good. And the rebound going to be taken by the Tigers. And here it comes on the other end. It'll be Reynolds. His shot is no good. And Torrance Williams now picks up the rebound. Boy, very fast pace here to begin the ball game. Darius Graham goes inside, high arcing shot. Torrance Williams cannot follow it up, but Jack Scott's shot is no good also. Oh my goodness, the Mules cannot buy a bucket here tonight. On the other end, McIntosh, his shot is no good. It's going to be last touch by Torrance Williams. Man, the Mules had about 3 opportunities. Mules are 0 for 8 to begin the ball game, only down by 2 points. On the inbound, it'll be a whistle and a foul coming up. I believe it's going to be on Jack Scott. It'll be his first. And that's going to be his first team foul, first personal foul. To the free throw line is LaTroy McIntosh to make this a 3-point game. First one is up. It's no good. It hits the front end. He'll get 1 more. So the Mules have began the ball game 0 for 8 right now. You got to believe the Mules will settle down. Second shot is up, and it's good. It is now 3-0 in favor of the Tigers. Mules down by 3 points. 5:50 left to go here in the first quarter. Mules have taken some point-blank shots so far. Gavin Rivers on his horse. It's no good. Torrance Williams, though, with a follow-up, gets the offensive rebound and scores. 3-2 now. Mules are down by 1. Cameron Williams driving the lane. He's going to get fouled in the process. I believe that one's going to be on Gavin Rivers. And that'll be his first, team foul number 2. Right now the Mules are 1 for 10 shooting-wise. Already 7 rebounds, but get this, 6 offensive rebounds already here in the ball game. So Gavin Rivers is going to have to leave, it looks like. He may have some blood possibly on the uniform or on his arm. And Preston Moore going to check in for him. So he'll go to the locker room and get that addressed and get back out here quick. Williams' free throw is up and good. It is a 4-2 ball game now. Mules basketball presented by Russians Towing, Air Solutions, First Choice Insurance, Poplar Bluff Regional Medical Center, as the second one is no good. And the rebound by Preston Moore, and he checks in at the right time. Mules are going to have it taken away. Boyd is going to come up with the steal, and then they're going to throw it away. A turnover on Murray. Mules basketball also being brought to you by Patriot Auto Glass. So now we're going to see for the Mules, we'll see, it looks like Isaiah Neville going to come in, and he'll replace the 6'6 senior Jack Scott. Big crowd tonight watching us on Facebook and on YouTube, but so glad to have everybody alongside tonight for this highly impactful ball game. It's 5:06 to play here in the first quarter. Durden shot a little too strong, gets his own missed shot, and then he gets fouled in the process. So Cape Central commits their second foul. Each team now with a foul. and that's going to be on LaTroy McIntosh. It'll be his first. Durden now on the free throw line. 71% this year. Makes the first one. That was nothing but net that time. Mules are a free throw away from tying the game. Looks like on social media, second one is no good. Rebounded by the Cape Central Tigers. I was going to say on social media, it looks like that Preston Moore's fan club is checking in, it says. So Murray now out to the 6'8 senior. Williams, a long jumper. It's no good. And that is the shot that Coach Durden wants him to be taken. He said that during the pregame. Williams now one-on-one with Cameron Williams. A foul going to be called. It'll be on Cape Central. And that's going to be on Williams, and that's a big one. We're going to see Gavin Rivers and David Durbin coming in. Darius Graham, Brendan Durden checking out. So now Tigers with 3 team fouls. Mules have 2. Gavin Rivers, a big jumper in the corner, is no good. It'll be rebounded by Maurice Boyd. Boyd down the floor quickly now. Williams is going to have it taken away. So Williams turns it over. Gavin Rivers the other way, and the Mules have a 2-point lead. We're going to get a whistle. I think that was maybe a delay of game warning on the Mules. Edwards is going to check in for LaTroy McIntosh. Mules have a 1-point lead. Donna Woods is tuning in. She says PB Mules for the win. 5-4, Mules lead by 1. It's early in the game, but the Mules so far in the first 4 minutes, they've come to play. Edwards now gets it to Williams. Williams inside the paint. Shot is up and no good. Rebounded by David Durbin. I got to warn you, though, at one point, Jackson was up by 16 points over Cape Central, and Cape Central came back to win that game by 6. You can't count out Cape Central. They are very good. They're going to wake up eventually. Cape Central shooting 1 of 5 so far in the early going. Mules are shooting 2 of 13. Durbin, three-pointer in the corner. It's no good. That was a good look for David Durbin. Rebounded by Williams. Here comes Boyd outside to Reynolds. Reynolds will back up to the top of the key and reset the offense. 3:12 to play in the first. He pushes the tempo, and a foul going to be called on Poplar Bluff. It'll be on Gavin Rivers, and that's number 2 on him. That's a big foul for Rivers. Let us know where you're watching from here tonight and what team you're going for. Matthew Whitson on YouTube says, let's go Mules. We're going to see coming in Hickman Roberson for Gavin Rivers as Reynolds makes the first free throw. 5-5 now the score. Darius Graham is also going to check in for the Mules. He'll come in for David Durbin. 3:10 to play here in the first quarter. Second free throw coming up here for Reynolds. 5-5 is your score, and he knocks down the second one, make it 6-5 at Cape Central. So now Darius Graham on the inbound. Curtin O'Dell tuning in from PB Realty Legacy Farm and Land Specialist. Oh, Williams, a big block by Cameron Williams. And there's 2 points the other way for Markel Murray. And we're going to get a quick timeout. You can hear everything right there. It's a 30-second timeout by the Mules, and that's a big block by Cameron Williams. 8-5 is the score now as Murray makes a big shot. And Murray gets the 2 points the other way. Mules basketball presented by Christian Automotive and Tire, also by Eye Care Specialists, Larry Hillis Dodge, Briggs & Stratton, Scott Law Group LLC, and Taco John's. So now it's 8-5. We'll see what the Mules can do with it here after Williams got that big block. Once again, goes right back to the hoop. It's no good by Williams. And it's going to go out of bounds. The last touch by the Mule, or by Cape Central. So now Roberson going to inbound it. Gets it to Torrance Williams near midcourt. And now Williams guarded by Cape Central's Tyshandre Edwards. Isaiah Neville, Mules down by 3. They led at 1.5-4. It is a 4-0 run, and it's going to be off the knees of Torrance Williams, and there's a turnover. And we're going to see for the Mules now, Brendan Durden checking in for Isaiah Neville. Kurt Nodell says, going for PB, of course, Tim. I didn't think he would say Cape Central, but you never know about Kurt Nodell. Good guy back in Poplar Bluff. Three-point basket by Reynolds is going to be short. Rebounded by Maurice Boyd, and now on the other end, Reynolds gets it to Edwards, and we're going to get a foul by the Poplar Bluff Mules. So too many opportunities here off the bat inside the paint there for the Tigers on that exchange. And that'll be the third team foul, or make that fourth by the Mules, by the way. Durden picking up a foul. Three-point basket is no good. On the other end, Roberson is going to get blocked by Murray. So now Roberson will get it to Preston Moore. Moore gets it to Durden. Durden inside. His shot is no good. Taken by Boyd. Boyd outside to Murray. Murray now only a freshman, by the way. He is a dynamic freshman. Oh, they're going to say it was last touched by Boyd. A turnover on the Tigers. Tyson Williams now going to come in. So will McIntosh. Williams and Reynolds will take a seat. Jamie says, let's go Brendan. 1:23 to play here in the opening quarter. 8-5 is the score. Darius Graham, Mules still very much alive in this ball game. Only 13-point score between the two teams in the first quarter. Roberson with a big shot. Good job by Darius Graham. We're going to give that one the assist. I'm not sure if that was an actual shot or a pass. John Scott would have said it's a pass, so we'll give him the assist. Under a minute to go in the first quarter, 8-7 now. McIntosh back in the ball game. Murray takes a long jumper, and this one is no good. Roberson with a big rebound. Mules once again can take the lead. Oh, it's going to be taken away as Darius Graham will turn it over. On the other end, Boyd out to Murray. Murray gets some space, and the shot is no good. Rebounded by Durden. Durden is a fast break and can't get enough on it to make the shot. Rebounded by Williams. 18 seconds now and counting. Mules try to go for a steal. Three-point basket by Edwards is good. It is now 11-7 with about 5 seconds left. The Mules may just hold it. They're not going to get a shot off. At the end of one quarter, it is 11-7. The Mules are now down by 4. You're listening and watching Mules basketball on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Whitworth Gift Chest Jewelers is a third-generation family-owned jewelry and repair store who have served the Poplar Bluff community for over 60 years.
Our family has always worked hard to provide the finest jewelry creations and service imaginable.
All right, so we are back as we get set for the second quarter. Isaiah Neville will be out there. So will Jack Scott, Gavin Rivers, Brendan Durden, and Darius Graham. And the Mules now going to inbound as we get ready for the second quarter. The Tigers now lead it by a score of 11-7 after a big 3-point bucket to end the first quarter. Darius Graham back out there. Also LaTroy McIntosh as well. Mules were outscored 11-7 there in that first quarter of play. Bill Parsons is tuning in. And it's going to be a turnover on, it looks like Brendan Durden is going to go the other way. It'll be Cape Central basketball. The Mules, by the way, have 4 turnovers, as does Cape Central. The only difference is Cape Central has a 4-point advantage right now. Grandma Jackie tuning in here back in Poplar Bluff. I know she is listening intensely. Cape Girardeau was her old stomping grounds, but she's still a Mules fan all the way around. There's a big shot by Boyd. Boyd goes inside the paint, knocks down the shot. 13-7 now. Mules trail by 6. Grandma used to tell me the stories about her riding a horse, Tim, in downtown Cape Girardeau back in the day. Darius Graham along the outside. Gavin Rivers now guarded by Williams. Steps inside the paint. Shot a little bit flat, but Isaiah Neville there with a big rebound. It goes back up and scores. It is now 13-9. 13-9. Mules trail by 4. Williams thought about taking a three-pointer. Instead, from the elbow, and he drains it for 2 points. It is a 15-9 ball game. Long pass, and Gavin Rivers is going to turn it over. And we're going to see Cameron Williams back in the ball game. Also on the other end, Gavin Rivers will take a seat. Preston Moore back in for him. 19, or make that 15-9 the score. So now Edwards is going to be off the fingertips of Edwards, and there's a big turnover there. Boy, the Mules needed that one for sure. So Mules will have it going from left to right. Jaden Reynolds back in the ball game. Darius Graham driving the lane. His shot is up high. It's no good. And the rebound goes to Murray. Man, the Mules right now not shooting very well at all. Williams on the putback as Tyson Williams misses, but Cameron comes up with a big steal, or a big jump rather. There's going to be another turnover by the Mules. It's going to be a jump ball. It's going to go to the Tigers now. And we're going to see Jack Scott coming out of the ball game. Torrance Williams is back in at 17-9 the score. Jess Crawford says, let's go Mules. 5:16 to play. Edwards now thought about taking a three-pointer. Instead takes a much easier shot near the paint. It is up and it is good. It's now 19-9. We're going to get a timeout called by the Mules. We'll see what this one is. Is it a 30 or a full? It's going to be a full timeout, so we'll step away with them. You're watching and listening to Mules basketball on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network. Mules basketball presented by Patriot Auto Glass. Also by Christian Automotive and Tire Eye Care Specialist. Larry Hillis Dodge, Briggs and Stratton, Scott Law Group LLC, and Taco John's. 5:05 to go here in the first half. Right now it is all Cape Central. Darian Combs, boy, he is a great ball player. He says, "In Bluff we trust." He is watching us right now on YouTube, but glad to have him alongside. Oh, Darian Combs. Believe he wore jersey number 2 for the Mules back when he played. How about that, Darian? I still remember that jersey number. You were fun to watch. 4:47 to play. Neville tries to go inside. Torrance Williams now. Torrance near the free throw line. Jumper is good. Good shot by Torrance Williams. 8-point game again, 19-11. 4.5 to play in the first half. 19-11 the score. Cameron Williams, man, got away with a walk, and he can't make the first shot opportunity, nor the second. But Edwards will come in. It took 3 opportunities. 21-11. Shot is no good. And we're going to get a whistle here and a foul. It's going to be on Poplar Bluff. 21-11 the score. Believe they called a foul on the Mules, and that'll be their 5th team foul. Torrance Williams will be called for the foul. Jaden Reynolds will go to the free throw line to extend their lead beyond 10 points. Coach Durden was not happy at all on that last exchange. Before the foul, he was not happy with Cameron Williams. And Coach Durden pleading his case. 22 rather, to 11. Second free throw is up, and it is good. So Reynolds makes both free throws. It is now 23-11. Gavin Rivers back in the ball game for the Mules. Rivers now tries to find a little bit of space. It's going to go out of bounds. Last touch by Poplar Bluff. And now the Mules turn it right back over. So Cape Central, Maurice Boyd will bring it down the floor, 23-11. And this one's going to go off the fingertips of Reynolds, and there's a turnover. Mules down by a dozen. So Marlon Hitman-Roberson misses the shot. Preston Moore on the rebound, gives it to Torrance Williams. It's back to a 10-point ball game again at 23-13 the score. So now Murray, the freshman, gets a good screen by Cameron Williams, and I believe he walked. Yes, he did. Turnover there on Cape Central. Mules are able to stay in the ball game with the Cape Central turnovers. Make sure and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Darius Graham gets a little bit of space high off the backboard. It's up and good. His first bucket of the ball game. And now it's 23-15 the score. And once again, this one's going to be a kick ball. It's going to stay with Cape Central. Boy, the Mules, you got to give them credit. 2:44 to play in the first half. Staying with Cape. They got down by double digits, and now they're down by 8. And Gavin Rivers doing his job at causing that turnover. There you go, Gavin. Mules basketball presented by Poplar Bluff Regional Medical Center, First Choice Insurance, Air Solutions, Russians Towing. Also being brought to you by Whitworth Gift Chest Jewelers. And Boyd is going to pick up a foul. He thought he tipped it, but he did not. They're going to say a foul instead. It'll be his first, and that'll be team foul number 4 by the Tigers. Right now, neither team is in foul trouble. David Durbin going to check in for Preston Moore. Now Roberson gets it to Torrance Williams. Williams now steps across half court. He's going to go one-on-one, kicks it out to David Durbin. Durbin outside to Darius Graham, and the Mules are going to reset. Roberson trying to get open. Darius Graham gets a little bit of space inside the paint. He's going to go up and going to be blocked. He's blocked by Cameron Williams, and David Durbin, a big steal. Now the Mules got to put points on the board. A three-point basket is no good, but a good it was a good rebound for a moment. Instead, what a good job by Marlon Hitman Robeson with a big steal. Torrance Williams, there's a backdoor cut to Gavin Rivers, count it, and the bucket. Oh, that was a pretty backdoor pass by Torrance Williams. And that'll be a foul on Murray, his second personal. And we're going to see back in the ball game now is going to be Tyson Williams. He'll come in for Markel Murray. Gavin Rivers now with 4 points. Three-point play opportunity, and he misses the free throw. Williams on the rebound. The Mules are down by 6. Brendan Durden, Jack Scott all set to check in. Ron Withrow says, go Mules, nearly another turnover. Maurice Boyd gets a little bit of space. Somehow the ball gets batted out. Once again, Reynolds, a three-point basket is no good, rebounded by Rivers. Here comes Gavin now, and the Mules down by 6, 1:25 to play, first half. Long three-point basket. This one is no good by Gavin Rivers. Boy, that would have been huge if he was able to get that one to go down. Cape Central working it inside. Now back to Boyd. Boyd gets some space, gives it to Cameron Williams, and a block by Torrance Williams. Gavin Rivers, offensive foul is going to be called, and Coach Durden is going livid right now. He did not like the call. None of the Mules players did, and that is foul number 3 on him. That is his third personal foul. Ouch. That hurts the Mules for sure. Under a minute to play. Durden back in the ball game. Torrance Williams going to be called for the foul. That's number 2 on him. And that is team foul number 7 for the Mules. Jack Scott also back in the ball game for Poplar Bluff. Free throw coming up here. First one is up and good by Boyd. So Preston Moore going to check in for Torrance Williams. Final 47 seconds. Mules are down by 7. Free throw is no good. Good job by Williams. Throws it off of David Durbin. I got to tell you, that offensive foul by Gavin Rivers, that hurt the Mules. That could have been 2 points and a free throw, and that could have cut it down to about 4, maybe 3 points. Instead, it's a big swing back to Cape Central. Williams guarded by Jack Scott inside the paint. That's money. That's hard to defend. 26-17. The Tigers now. And we're going to get a whistle and a foul coming up. I believe it's going to be on Cape Central. It is. And that'll be the 6th foul. So both teams are in the bonus now. It'll be a foul on Jaden Reynolds. 26-17 the score. 9-point game. The Mules are going to turn it over as Preston Moore could not hang on to it. And that is turnover number 9 here in the first half. Cape has 10. By the way, Cape Central has all 5 of their timeouts left. The Mules have 3 timeouts left. Six seconds and counting. Boyd going inside, and he'll lose it going out of bounds. And good defense there by Brendan Durden. Hayden tuning in. Hayden Pendersky says Mule Pride. A 3-point basket is no good. And that'll be the way this first half will come to an end as Reynolds misses. It is a 9-point game for the Tigers of Cape Central. We'll be back in 3 minutes with your halftime report. You're listening and watching Mules basketball on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Caring for those you love also means taking good care of yourself. At Poplar Bluff Regional Medical Center, our healthcare providers take the time to identify your health risks and help you prioritize good health. Regular checkups and age-appropriate screenings are important to be healthy now and stay well in the future. With same or next day appointments and online scheduling, we make it easy to make an appointment right now. You can even see us from the comfort of your own home via telehealth. Put your health first today by making an appointment by visiting pbrmc.com and searching online scheduling. Breathe easier and extend the life of your HVAC system, plus fewer repair bills with Air Solutions Comprehensive Maintenance Plan. You'll save money and get the peace of mind that only comes from calling Air Solutions. 785-1500.
Want a career and not just another job? It's waiting for you at Briggs & Stratton. Great pay, great benefits, and continuing education. Everything you and your family deserve. Go to careers.basco.com and look at Poplar Bluff job openings.
Christian Automotive and Tire. Quality name brand tires that you know and trust. They also have ASE certified mechanics that have the training, tools, and knowledge to fix your vehicle right the first time. Business 67 South in Poplar Bluff. Eye Care Specialists is committed to the protection and the preservation of the precious gift of sight. Nothing is more important than your eyesight. That's the way the doctors of Eye Care Specialists see it.
Protecting your toys are just as important as protecting your daily driver. First Choice Insurance can help find the coverage for your ATVs, boats, and campers that will give you peace of mind and not break your bank. So don't forget to allow First Choice Insurance to review your insurance needs.
All right, so we are back at halftime, and right now the Tigers, they lead at 26-17, now scoring the Mules 11-7 there in the first quarter, 15-10 in that second quarter. 26-17 is the score. Let's break it down for you by the statistics. Cape Central shooting 38% there in the first half, 9 of 24. They are 1 of 5 from behind the arc and 7 out of 10 on the free throw line. 20 rebounds for the Tigers, 6 assists, 10 turnovers, 4 block shots, and 2 steals. And the block shots, by the way, Cameron Williams He had 3 of those block shots there in the first half. They were led by Tyshandre Edwards, had 7 points off the bench. Also Cameron Williams with 7 points. 3 points in the first quarter, 4 in the second. And then from there, 3 points by Maurice Boyd, 2 points, or make that 4 points rather, by Jaden Reynolds. 2 each by Marquell Murray, also by Tyson Williams, and 1 point by LaTroy McIntosh on a free throw. Looking at the Mules, they shot the ball at 26%, 8 out of 31, 0 of 5 from behind the arc, and 1 of 3 on the free throw line, 19 rebounds. Mules, by the way, 9 offensive rebounds, 5 assists, 9 turnovers to go along with 1 block shot, 3 steals. They were led in scoring by Torrance Williams, had 6 points overall. He had 2 in the first, 4 in the second, and then 4 by Gavin Rivers, 2 each in the first and the second. And then from there, 2 points by Darius Graham, Isaiah Neville, all coming there in quarter number 2. And 2 points by Marlon Hibben-Roberson. He had 2 points in the first quarter, and 1 point by Brendan Durden, also in that first quarter as well. Let's do something here right now, and let's give away some hoodies. You want to, Tim? I want to do that right now. So I'm going to announce, I'm going to write down the names as I say them, and then following this ball game, or at some point tonight or the weekend, if you can, say your name. If you'll send me your shirt size, I'll contact you on Monday, and we'll figure out a way to get these awesome KWOC hoodies and the Mules basketball hoodies to you. And the first winner tonight, we're going to do Donna Montgomery. I'm going to write this down so that way I don't forget. And I'll reach out to you as well following this game to remind you that you won. Let's see. Tammy Moore, we're going to give her a hoodie as well. She is a loyal listener. Also, let's see here. Travis Gowan, I'll get a hold of him as well. We'll give him one of those awesome hoodies. Tim, you can't win. I'm sorry. I see where you shared. You're not eligible to win. I apologize. So, those are the 3 names that we have selected so far. Donna Montgomery, Tammy Moore, Travis Gowan are all going to pick up these awesome KWOC t-shirts or hoodies or long sleeves, their preference. I've got maroon and gray. And we're going to pick more winners by the time this game is over. So make sure and share the video for us. And we'll pick another few winners before this game is all said and done. All right, coming up next, it'll be second half basketball. It is Mules ball when we come back. Mules trail 26-17. You're watching and listening to Mules basketball on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network. Had somebody reach out to me during that last commercial break, and they said, hey, how can we be a part of this giveaway tonight? Very simple. All you got to do is share the video feed, and we're going to pick random winners coming up tonight during our broadcast. It is that simple. So we're about to get ready for live action. Tim Hicks, by the way, he is on the camera. I'm Frankie Castile, doing a phenomenal job on the camera as always. Mules are going to inbound. The Mules now switching sides. So they're going right to left on your TV and your radio dial. Three-point basket. Darius Graham is no good. It's going to go out of bounds, and I believe it's last touch by Cape Central. It will be. I think that's because of Jack Scott. He was able to knock it off of a Cape player. Mules get it right back. So no damage done. The Mules have Darius Graham, Gavin Rivers, Torrance Williams, Brendan Durden, Jack Scott on the floor. Cape Central, Maurice Boyd, Marquell Murray, Jaden Reynolds, LaTroy McIntosh, and Cameron Williams on the floor right now. Torrance Williams inside or just outside the paint. His shot is no good. Rebounded by Williams. Cameron Williams here tonight, only 7 points in the ball game, but he has 9 rebounds already. Oh, that's going to be another 2 points. He actually may get a double-double before the third quarter is over. So now a foul on Torrance Williams, by the way. That is be his third. Free throw is no good. Williams got the rebound. And now the ball is on the floor. We get a whistle, and I believe it's going to be, is it a timeout or a foul? I believe it's a timeout by the Mules. They'll take a 30-second timeout. So now the Mules using another timeout. They've got just 2 left here in the ball game. They're going to give the Mules a 30-second timeout. Coach Church does not like it. All right. Our proud sponsors of First Midwest Bank, Kevin's Auto Repair. Also being brought to you by PB Realty Legacy Farm and Land Specialist. Proud supporters of the Mules basketball. Travis Gowan, you betcha, my friend. I will get a hold of you this weekend, or I'll see you on Monday at the senior night for Poplar Bluff Lady Mules. If you just want to message me at some point your shirt size and what color you want, I'll bring it to you Monday at the ball game, assuming you'll be there. TJ Neal tuning in this evening with us on Mules basketball. We appreciate him as well. We've got Cape fans checking in with us on YouTube. But glad to have you guys alongside. I can see why Cape is 18-0. Man, they are so good. 7 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Durden goes inside and going to be last touch. They're going to say last touch by, looks like Maurice Boyd. I thought for a moment he said it was, yeah, he did. He said at first it was off Poplar Bluff, but the official changes his mind and gives it right back to the Mules. Gavin Rivers on the inbound for 3. That is a big shot following the inbound. The first three-pointer of the ball game for the Mules. And that means it is a 28-20 ball game. I've got you, Travis. I'll take care of you on Monday, my friend. Boyd thought about taking a three-pointer. Oh, what a big block by Torrance Williams. His second block of the ball game. That's what the Mules needed right there. Preston Moore going to check in for Torrance. Torrance, he has been a force to be reckoned with here tonight. Big blocks by him. And this one's going to go out of bounds. The last touch by Maurice Boyd. Nobody able to track it down. If you're Poplar Bluff right now and you're Coach Durden, to be down 8 points at this stage in the game, that is a big win for your team already. I'm just saying. 6:26 to play. Durden going inside the paint. Off the backboard, it's no good. Ball being batted around. It's going to be chased down by Murray. Oh, my goodness. McIntosh with the two-handed jam. It is back to 20. or back to a 10-point game. 30-20 the score. Preston Moore again tries to go inside, loses it, and it's going to go out of bounds on the Mules. 6:04 to go. All right, Tammy, thank you. I'll get a hold of you following the game. So Tammy responded. She's ready for a Mule shirt. There's another dunk by McIntosh. It is now 32-20. 5:51 to go. Back to a 12-point game. It was 8 a moment ago, and quickly, just like that, there's a steal by Reynolds. And now Murray, he's in the corner, back outside to Reynolds for three, money. Oh boy. And now, just like that, Cape Central has taken an 8-point lead and made it 15. A 7-0 run. Darius Graham's shot is no good. It's going to go off the fingertips of Williams, and it's going to stay with the Mules. Torrance Williams back in the ball game now. Boy, Mules were getting close. They were getting close to really chipping away. Gavin Rivers for three, it's no good. Rebounded by McIntosh. It's an 8-0 run by Cape Central. Murray in the corner, nearly taken away, it will be. So Murray loses it. Durden, there's a good pass to Darius Graham, and a foul going to be called on Maurice Boyd. And that might end the 8-0 run here in the quarter. Nate Moore is watching us on social media. He's on YouTube tonight. Glad to have him alongside. So Gavin Rivers will take a seat for the Mules. Free throw is no good by Darius Graham. He makes 1 out of 2. So 35-21 the score. Mules are down by 14 at Torrance Williams. Thought he had a steal or a block. Instead, he's going to go up and score 2 more. He's got 11 now here in the ball game. 3-point basket by Darius Graham is no good. Rebounded by the Tigers. Boyd out ahead, and there's a missed opportunity. Oh, Williams also missed the opportunity. So Reynolds and Williams each missing the opportunity for a dunk. Well, I'm telling you, if they would have made, if either one of those guys would have jammed it home, it would have brought this place to its feet. Cameron Settle tuning in tonight, or I should say he just checked in for the first time. 37-21 the score. There's a steal by Boyd. Neville turns it over. Here come the Mule, or I should say Cape now. Mules have a dozen turnovers, as does Cape Central. Cameron Williams, three-pointer in the corner. It's good. He's got 14 points. Wow. Is there anything this kid can't do? And we may get a timeout called by Bluff. We will. Bluff, by the way, is only going to have 1 timeout left. The remainder of the game, it is a full timeout. So we'll step away for 30 seconds and come right back. You're listening and watching Mules basketball on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network. Mules basketball presented by Taco John's, Scott Law Group LLC, Briggs & Stratton, Larry Hillis Dodge Eye Care Specialist. Also being brought to you by Christian Automotive and Tire, Patriot Auto Glass, Poplar Bluff Regional Medical Center, First Choice Insurance, Air Solutions, and Russians Towing. Darius Graham, or make that Gavin Rivers, he is back in the ball game right now. Torrance Williams Up ahead, long two-pointer is no good by Williams, rebounded by Murray. And now Williams, Cameron Williams goes up, it's no good. Could have been over the back on Cape Central, but instead they're just going to say out of bounds on the Tigers. 3:23 to go here in the third quarter of play. 40-21 the score. Big bucket by Gavin Rivers, a long two-pointer. He's got 9 points. So far, the Tigers, by the way, here in this third quarter has outscored the Mules 14-6. That's +8. Oh, good job by Cameron Settle getting a big rebound there as McIntosh could not finish. Mules are down by 17. Hickman Roberson for three is too strong. Williams comes up with a big rebound, and that's going to give him a double-double. We're going to get a whistle and a foul coming up on the Mules, and that'll be on Cameron Settle. And we're going to see for the Mules, Brendan Durden coming in. The Mules have 6 right now, and Settle will come out of the ball game. Make sure and share the video feed. We're going to give away some more long sleeves or hoodies in the fourth quarter of play. So glad to be with you tonight on video and on radio. We had some major issues on Tuesday for homecoming. Hard to explain. Three-point basket is no good by Murray, rebounded by Roberson. On the other end, Gavin Rivers is, they're going to say he stepped out of bounds. So the Mules, Gavin Rivers, by the way, with 9 points, 40-23, coming up on the 2-minute mark in the third. Torrance Williams went for a steal, still battling for it. He'll wind up with it. He stepped out of bounds. Boy, good hustle by Torrance. Absolutely good hustle by him. He is going toe-to-toe with the 6'8" monster down low. And he is not giving up on any play whatsoever. You gotta like something like that. Make that Williams shot is no good. Torrance Williams on the rebound, goes behind the back, and now he gets a wide open lane, goes up and scores. He's got 8 points. It is down to 15 now. Don't count out the Mules. I'm telling you, you can't count them out. I feel like they are not done by a long shot. Cameron Williams, 14 points, 11 rebounds here in the ball game. Cape Central out ahead. There's a big bucket by LaTroy McIntosh. So the Tigers now extending their lead again. Jack Scott also back in the ball game. Torrance Williams banks it in off the backboard. He's got 10. Still a 15-point ball game now. The Tigers still with the lead. Mules doing everything they can. Three-point basket is no good. Ball is batted around. Now it's on the floor. We get a whistle. It's going to go to Cape Central on the tie-up. So now we're going to see David Durbin coming in. So Marlon Hittman-Roberson, Jack Scott all coming out. Still a 15-point ball game now. David Durbin is in for the Mules, as is Gavin Rivers. Shot a little bit short. Maurice Boyd on the rebound, but Williams will take it back up and score. There's a steal. Here comes Murray. Murray drops it off to Edwards. It's no good. And now Durden. Pull-up jumper is up and good. A three-point basket by Brendan Durden. 44-30 the score. And Williams is going to knock the shot down at the buzzer. 46-30. We have played 3 quarters. It is a 16-point game. You're watching Mules basketball on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Kevin's Auto and Tire is a family-owned one-stop shop for fast, friendly, and affordable automotive services with the latest tools and technology as well as their time-tested automotive knowledge. They're guaranteed to get your vehicle fixed without breaking the bank.
Larry Hillis is a proud sponsor of Mule Sports. Local sports, local fans, and local business. A winning combination.
Patriot Auto Glass offers chip repair or glass replacement. They provide fast quality service done by experienced technicians. Ask about our veteran and first responder discounts. Call Patriot Auto Glass today at 573-840-5027. And remember, Patriot Auto Glass will come to you.
All right, so we are back, and I want to give a big shout-out to a birthday guy, Eli Schaefer. He's a big Cape fan. It's his birthday today, so happy birthday, Eli. And right now, your Tigers are on the board and on the way as another steal. Good job by Torrance Williams. They're going to say backcourt violation. Oh, boy, I don't know about that one. Ooh. Mules don't like the call, and they've got a legitimate, maybe a legitimate issue there. Mules doing everything they can right now. Boyd gets the inbound. John Scott is tuning in tonight. He is over in Springfield right now watching the Lady Mules swim team. 46-30 is the score. And just like that, another 2 points by Edwards. 48-30 the score. And the Mules are going to wind up and throw it away. Turnover on the Mules. .7:24 to go. Cameron Williams, he's got 20 now. He lays it in at 50-30 the score. Gavin Rivers gets a little bit of space high off the backboard. It's no good. Rebounded by Edwards. Here comes Maurice Boyd, and now it has become Dunk City here in Cape Central. It is 52-30. Everything right now is a dunk, it seems like. Torrance Williams. Three-point basket a little bit short, no good. We get a whistle and maybe a foul coming up on Darius Graham. It's going to be on Darius Graham, going to be his first. That's team foul number 3 now for the Mules. Clayton McLaurin is going to check in for the first time for the Tigers here tonight. Getting his first action here of the ball game. Under 7 to go. Mules with a big deficit, 52-30. Williams again goes up, count it, and the foul. He's got 22 points. Man, he has exploded. Had 7 in the first half. Preston Moore going to be called for the foul. It's his first, and that's team foul number 4 now for Poplar Bluff. 54-30. He misses the free throw, but the offensive rebound is good by McIntosh. Or, I'm sorry, by Edwards. He's got 11. It's 56-30 now. Isaiah Neville goes inside, and he'll be fouled by Cameron Williams. And that'll be his second personal foul at the ball game. So now Isaiah Neville goes to the free throw line for the Mules. First one is up, and it is good for Isaiah Neville. He's got his third point of the ball game. 56-31 the score now. So Dallas Williams will check in for Poplar Bluff. He'll check in for Brendan Durden. 56-32. Dallas Williams getting his first varsity minutes here of the second half. Big crowd watching us on YouTube here tonight and on Facebook. Going to be a turnover on Cape Central by Marquel Murray. Make sure and share the video feed for us. We're going to give away some more of these KWOC hoodies or long sleeves. Darius Graham is going to be fouled in the process. It's going to be on Edwards. So Edwards picks up the foul. It's his first. Darius Graham, his first free throw is up, and it is good. He's got 4 points here in the ball game. Second one is up, and it's no good by Darius Graham. Rebounded by Edwards, 56-33. Another move inside. Cameron Williams again, another dunk. 24 of their 58. Darius Graham is going to get fouled by Edwards. It'll be his second, and Graham goes back to the free throw line. Ms. Hosler is tuning in tonight watching Mules basketball. We're going to see Torrance Williams back in the ball game. Preston Moore takes a seat. Also, Gavin Rivers will as well. Jack Scott comes in for him. 5:41 to go here in the ball game. Second one is up. It's no good by Graham. Rebounded by Boyd. 58-34. So McClard gets a little bit of a screen there by Edwards, and we're going to get a foul. I believe it's going to be on Dallas Williams, and that's team foul number 5 now for the Mules. And that'll be on, they're going to say it's on Torrance Williams instead. Shot from the free throw line is no good by Edwards, rebounded by Graham. Going to be taken away by Maurice Boyd. Boyd takes it away, goes up, it's no good, but the tip-in is there by Edwards, and Edwards now with 13 points in the ball game. And another turnover by the Mules. So a turnover by Torrance Williams a moment ago. His foot crossed the line. And Cape Central has a big lead right now, and they are showing no signs of slowing down. Jaden Reynolds is back in the ball game. Pull-up jumper, no good. Rebounded by Williams. Clayton McClard is also in the ball game as well. Good job by Torrance Williams. Steals it and dunks it in. There's a dunk by the Mules. He's got a dozen points. 60-36. He goes flying through the air. And we're going to get a whistle here and a foul on Darius Graham. And that'll put Cape Central on the bonus now the rest of the way. So now Isaiah Neville will take a seat. Gavin Rivers in the ball game now. Reynolds, three-point basket off the mark. It's no good. Rebounded by Jack Scott. And we're going to get a blocking foul coming up as Torrance Williams, he was looking for another dunk, and that's going to be on Clayton McClard. It'll be his first. That is team foul number 5. Or make that number 6, rather. Nope, it is 5. Free throw by Torrance Williams. He's got 13 now. 62-37. So now Darius Graham will take a seat. In for him is Brendan Durden. Torrance' second one is no good. Rebounded by the Tigers by McIntosh. 62-37, and there's a foul by Rivers, I believe. It's either Durden or Rivers. It's going to be on Rivers, and that's number 4. And now it is a 1-and-1 for the Tigers. They've got all 5 timeouts available to them. So now Tyson Williams, 1-and-1. It's no good. Rebounded by Torrance Williams. Torrance goes up and he'll draw the foul. He'll shoot a couple of more free throws. So now both teams are going to be in the bonus the rest of the way. It'll be a foul on Jaden Reynolds. It's number 2 on him. 16 fouls. Torrance with 14 points here in the ball game. It is 62-38. All right, final call for those that are wanting to win tonight. A maroon or a gray Mules long sleeve or hoodie. Go ahead and share the video feed, and we're going to pick a few more winners coming up before the broadcast ends here tonight. So now Mateo Rivers. Durden is going to be called for the foul, number 2 on him, and that'll be a 1-and-1 coming up. So 3:54 to play here in the ball game. And going to the free throw line is Tyson Williams. And he misses that one. Rebound is going to be going to Reynolds. And now we're going to get a travel on Reynolds. It's going to go to the Mules. 60-39 the score. Tigers lead at 60-39. Durden, long three-pointer, money. He's got 7. That was a big three-pointer for that young man. The Mules are not going away. They're down by 18 points, but they are not quitting. That is the important thing here to remember. Rivers gets it back out to Reynolds. Reynolds now back out to Mateo Rivers for 3. It's going to be short. Here comes Durden and the Mules. Durden, pull-up three-pointer is no good. This time it's going to be rebounded by Reynolds. For the Mules, we'll see Darius Graham, Isaiah Neville, Dallas Williams, and Brendan Durden will take a seat. And now Cape going to slow it down a little bit. So now both Cape, I should say, slowing it up just a little bit now. And Reynolds. McClard now has it. And they're playing keep away, it looks like, from Poplar Bluff as long as they can. Rivers takes a jumper in the corner. It's no good. And the rebound is going to go to Darius Graham. We're going to get a whistle here, and Mateo Rivers is going to be called for the personal foul. It's going to put the Mules now in the 1-and-1. Darius Graham will go to the free throw line. He'll shoot 1-and-1 coming up. Graham on the night, 5 points. 18-point deficit right now for the Mules. It is up and it is good. So we're going to see Durden back in the ballgame for the Mules for Jack Scott. 60-43 the score.
See ya.
Second one is on the way. It's also good by Graham. He's got 7. 2:33 to go. There's a big steal by Isaiah Neville, or make that Gavin Rivers, and there's an offensive foul. And Gavin Rivers has just fouled out. Gavin Rivers with 9 points and 3 rebounds here tonight. Preston Moore will check in for him. I'll tell you the turning point in this game. I still believe it with everything in my being. It was a 6-point game. Gavin Rivers went in, made the layup. They called the offensive foul. It could have been an and one, and that to me really changes the complexion of this game. That changed it entirely. And there's a whistle and a foul as McIntosh goes up. Banks it for 2 more points. It's now 62-44 the score. And that's going to be the 5th foul on Torrance Williams as well. So Torrance Williams has fouled out. He fouls out with 15 points, 7 rebounds. And we're going to see, boy, Torrance played a great game here tonight. No doubt about it. 10, 15 points, 7 boards. He played a phenomenal ball game. McIntosh on the free throw line. It is up and it is no good. Rebounded by Murray. He goes back up and scores. 64. And there's a turnover by the Mules. Murray goes up and he'll draw the foul on Durden again. And that'll be his 3rd personal foul. So now the Mules 64-44, down by 20. First free throw is up and it is good by Murray. 65 now. And we're going to see for the first time this season on varsity, Jay Edmondson will come in the ball game now for the first time. He wears number 4 on varsity, wears 3 on junior varsity. Second one is up and it's good as well. And now we're going to see for Cape Central, Murray taking a seat, also McIntosh. Dalton Toma coming in the ball game, wears number 24 for the Tigers. Also, Jaden Reynolds, number 21, is also in. Neville for 3, it's no good. Rebounded by Preston Moore. And we're going to get a whistle here and a foul coming up on the Tigers. It's going to be on Reynolds, his first. Mules basketball presented by Taco John's at Scott Law Group LLC. Briggs and Stratton also being brought to you by Larry Hillis Dodge. Darius Graham takes a seat. Jackson Moore comes in. Eye care specialist, Christian Automotive and Tire, Patriot Auto Glass. Moore misses the free throw, rebounded by Reynolds. Under 90 seconds now for the rest of this game. Isaiah Neville going to be called for the foul, and the clock will stop with 1:24. (66-45), or make that 44 the score. Williams. First one is no good. Coming up tomorrow, we'll be live at McCracken County That game will be played at 6 p.m. Mules and the Mustangs will only be on the radio. It will not be on video. Isaiah Neville goes inside the paint, jumps up and shoots and scores. Give him 2 points. 67-47 now, or 46 rather. There's a nice steal by Preston Moore. Moore goes up, it's no good. And here comes Williams. Oh, he tried to dunk it and he misses the dunk. It goes out of bounds. He tried it. Jay Edmondson gives it to Hickman Roberson. It's going to be a turnover there on the Mules. Mateo Rivers, he'll go coast to coast and give him 2 points. Isaiah Neville from 3 downtown, it's no good. 29 seconds, all that remains here in the ball game. It's going to be on Dalton Toma, his first, team foul number 9. First one is up and it's good by Preston Moore. 69-47 the score. Coming up, we'll have a post-game report. It'll be a brief one. I'm not sure if we'll be able to talk to one of the coaches or not. 69-48 the score. Three-point basket is no good by Toma, rebounded by Edmondson. We will get with you on the winners of our shirts, as three-point basket by Roberson is no good. It tracked down by Rivers in the corner, and that's about going to do the game, as this game is going to come to an end with about 4 seconds. Mules now fall to 6-10. Could not take out the number 2 team in the state. Final score here tonight is 69-48. That is a final score here tonight. So we will have your post-game report coming up. Also, we'll pick a few more winners to win on our t-shirts, our hoodies. So make sure and hit that share button one more time. We'll come back and we'll have our post-game report. You've been listening and watching Mules basketball on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network. All right, so we are back here as we are about to wrap up the game, and the Mules tonight fall to Cape Central 69-48. And let's take you through the stats here real fast. Cape Central jumped out on the Mules 11-7 there in the first quarter, 15-10 in the second, 20-13 in the third, and 23-18 in the fourth. Final score, 69-48. Looking at the overall stats, Cape Central 47% shooting, 28 out of 60, 3 out of 12 from behind the arc, and 10 of 19 on the free throw line. They had 32 rebounds, 18 turnovers, 4 blocks, 6 steals, 17 assists in the ball game. Cape Central led by Cameron Williams. He had 24 points, 12 rebounds, 1 assist, and then from there, Tyshandre Edwards had 13 points. LaTroy McIntosh had 9, 7 by Jaden Reynolds. And then from there, 6 by Marquel Murray, 5 by Maurice Boyd, 3 by Tyson Williams. That is your scoring for the Tigers out of Cape Central. Looking over at the Mule side of things, they shot the ball 16 out of 55, 29% overall. They were 13 out of 20 on the free throw line, 65%, and they were 3 out of 17 from behind the arc, right at 18%. 31 rebounds, 11 offensive rebounds, 10 assists, 18 turnovers, 2 blocks, and 8 steals. Looking over at the Mules on their scoring for the ball game. Let me refresh. There we go. Had to refresh that screen. Torrance Williams, I thought, he was our player of the game tonight. 15 points, 7 rebounds, 1 assist in the ball game. 15 of those points belonged to him. 7 points each by 9 points rather by Gavin Rivers. Had 9 points, 3 rebounds. 7 each by Darius Graham and by Brendan Durden. You had 6 points by Isaiah Neville. And then from there, 2 points each by Preston Moore and by Marlon Hickman-Roberson. That was the entire scoring by the Mules, and I'll go back and I'll say it again. I really believe everything for this game changed. It was a 6-point ball game at one point. Darius Graham, or I should say Gavin Rivers rather, drove the lane and had a shot off the backboard. It went in. It could have went either way. It could have been an and one. They called an offensive foul, and then Cape Central, in the blink of an eye, goes on an 8-0 run. They turn that into a 14-point game quickly, and that's how this game would really turn around for the Tigers of Cape Central. That play, and there was more plays, but that play for sure is really what kind of set the tone for the Tigers in that second half. The Mules' losing streak now goes to 6 games. And now we are on the road tomorrow once again. We're going to travel to McCracken County, Kentucky. That is near Paducah. And it doesn't get any easier for the Mules, as tomorrow the Mules are going to take on a team that has already won 20 games. They are 20-2 on the year. So we'll see how the Mules can fare tomorrow when we are back at it again at McCracken County. Should be a good ball game. The Mules are looking to get back on their winning ways, and we'll see if they're able to get it done tomorrow when we travel to McCracken County, Kentucky. It looks like we're not going to be talking to Coach Aaron Duncan. I did see him go into the locker room. So with that being said, thank you again for tuning in here tonight. Great job by Tim on the camera. We had some issues on homecoming night. He was able to get back to the studio and really just go at it hard to make sure that we were able to fix our issues. And a big shout out to him for all he does. Without him and his dedication, there's no possible way that we would be able to bring you these games every single time that we get the opportunity to do that. So remember, tomorrow we will not have the game on video only because we don't have permission. They've got a media class down there at McCracken County, and they're going to be the ones to do the video stream through the school locally. So with that being said, our next broadcast is going to come up on Monday, and that'll be senior night for the Lady Mules. We'll be here for that game in Poplar Bluff, and we'll stream it live on Facebook and on YouTube. But once again, Mules here tonight. They fall to Cape Central, picking up their 10th loss on the season. We want to say thank you again to our sponsors one more time. They include First Midwest Bank, Kevin's Auto Repair, PB Realty, Legacy Farm and Land Specialist. Also Whitworth Gift Chest Jewelers, Russians Towing, Air Solutions, First Choice Insurance, Poplar Bluff Regional Medical Center, Patriot Auto Glass. Also being brought to you by Christian Automotive and Tire, Eye Care Specialist, Larry Hillis Dodge. Also being brought to you by Briggs & Stratton Scott Law Group, LLC, and Taco John's. Lori tuning in. You betcha, Miss Lori. She says thank you to you, Tim, as well, and we can't wait to see you tomorrow night in McCracken County. TJ, thank you as well, my friend. And we'll see you back here next time as the Mules fall tonight, 69-48. We're back on the air tomorrow on the radio beginning at 5:45, and that means a tip-off coming up at around 6 p.m. For Tim Hicks, I'm Frankie Castillo saying so long. We'll see you next time for Mules Basketball. You've been listening and watching Mules Basketball Live on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.